And then we've got the garbage happening in Western Australia, where Mark McGowan is going to win this election. Remember, the opposition leader has already conceded, and there's still days to go before the damn election. The Emperor is going to be returned. Now, he may have no clothes on, but still, this Emperor is going to be returned. He will be returned with a screaming majority in the lower house, the upper house, and most likely, as we always say, the third chamber of parliament. No doubt about that. But because we don't live in an emperor's society, we live in a democracy, we're allowed to criticise these people. But this bloke trying to run up the numbers to make sure that he can win as many seats as possible is now openly saying to the state of Western Australia that basically we're going to find a way to make sure that we can secede from the country but not actually have to give up all of the welfare benefits that the rest of Australia pays. He said today that he would like to see the border controls that mean you can keep the rest of the country out from after the coronavirus pandemic. Put simply, anything would be a reason to lock the rest of the country out, but we'll take your money. McGowan said this today.
The measures we put in place, both at Kununurra and at Eucla, have had a dramatic effect. So obviously, if staff are there checking for bananas, tomatoes and avocados, I don't think it's unreasonable to have other staff there checking and stopping meth, heroin and cocaine.
Now, nobody is going to be arguing for the right for people to be able to cross borders, but how does this work? If there has been a drug seizure in a place like Sydney, or they know that a shipment is making its way through, do you close the borders to Western Australia? Now, I'm sorry to the good people of Western Australia who hate when I rag on this bloke, but I love Australia more than I love any state, more than I love any political leader, and this garbage has to stop. So while this bloke will win the election, I hope that you take out some insurance against this bloke in the upper house. Because if he's acting like this when he doesn't have total, absolute power, imagine what he's going to be like when he is the Emperor of Western Australia. As for a response from the federal government, we got this from the Health Minister, who was a little bewildered by the Emperor today.
We have friends, we have family, we have loved ones, there are weddings, there are funerals, there's palliative care, there are births. All of the human elements mean that families cross borders, that people visit each other, that people are part of a single unified country. So that's the principle I'd apply.